right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me if you're on here, but if not, we hope that you'll come back and review the recording that we have. We're continuing our series this morning with our speakers that are going to be at the Signature C.E.O Conference this year. And today we have with us Brian Wendroff of Wendroff Associates. And before I have Brian on here, I just want to highlight Brian. He is the founder of Wendroff Associates CPA. He is a certified public accountant who specializes in CFO consulting, small business and nonprofit accounting, startup companies, and tax planning for individuals and businesses. He serves as the firm's small business and franchise specialist, working closely with entrepreneurs to help them develop strategic accounting systems to make more informed business decisions to grow their organizations effectively. Brian is currently working on an ebook detailing various QuickBooks online strategies for small business owners. He is also a graduate of George Mason University, a member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, and the Virginia Society of Public Accountants. Brian also serves on QuickBooks Online Advisory Board. And that is why we have him here, because of all of his knowledge with finances. And as we are in this business as wedding and event professionals, we are all basically entrepreneurs. And Brian was a speaker last year who received rave reviews, and we're glad to have him back again. So at this time, I want to welcome Brian. Hello, Brian.
Good morning, Tara. Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to speak today.
Oh, thank you so much. Before we get into a few questions as far as the conference, kind of tell everyone a little bit about you and Brian Wendroff Associates.
Sure thing. We've been supporting entrepreneurs like yourself for the last 10 years in the Northern Virginia area. Our main our location is in the Arlington area, right off the Columbia Pike. Landmark areas there, like Bob and Edith's Diner, Arlington Cinema Draft House. So we're right there in a really diverse area of Arlington, and it's allowed us the opportunity to be able to support different industries on their accounting needs, such as nonprofits. There's a lot of nonprofits in the Alexandria and Arlington area we've been able to support. Support a lot of startups, no matter if they're in Arlington, Washington, D.C., Fairfax. We've had the opportunity to support a lot of startup companies, entrepreneurs, as well as we've had opportunities to work with government contractors in the Tyson's Corner area. Well, this just allowed us to focus on what type of accounting we thought would most help our clients, and this focus of what we're doing is called internal accounting. Internal accounting, we've been able to help entrepreneurs understand that, yes, accounting is a function in their business. It's a need of the business. And sometimes, or almost all the time, a lot of our clients aren't here to do accounting. They're here to run their business and here to grow their clientele. And this, we've been able to go, hey, let us help you on the accounting function, and let us help it be a tool for your daily accounting needs, as well as your analytical needs to help you grow your business, help you make better informed decisions about this next step in your business. So what we've been able to do in the internal accounting side is develop accounting processes, develop the accounting system, mostly using QuickBooks Online or the desktop edition. And then from there, what we all say is this develops really the foundation of everything. If we can set up a good accounting system and process, we can then go to those next steps, such as tax planning, budgeting and forecasting, tax compliance, preparing returns for the federal government and the states. So this is usually the first step, is once we can have our clients understand their daily, monthly accounting needs, what they need from just helping taking care of these needs, we've been able to help them understand how useful this accounting process and system is going to be for the overall decision making they need to make throughout the year, and also for planning purposes.
Okay, wonderful. And on average, how many clients do you all assist throughout the year, and how many people are in your firm?
Sure thing. On average, what we have probably around over 50 clients we assist on a monthly basis. We have over 500 clients though, so sometimes we don't need to assist our clients on a monthly basis. Sometimes we either give them the tools to be able to take care of the accounting needs themselves. We just guide them. So we've been able to we have over 500 clients, and throughout the year though, we're assisting anywhere at any given time and every month around 50. And then at the same time, throughout the month, we probably support anywhere from 50 to 100 other type of clients who are just needing troubleshooting type work, or they start a new company, so we can train them on QuickBooks, for example. Those are the type of services we provide throughout the year for clients that we don't continually maintain through every month. And as a staff on board, we've been delighted to have 10 accountants and administrative personnel in the company right now.
And what do you see as the bigged mistake that most entrepreneurs make when it comes to running their business finances?
What'd you say, Terry? Can you repeat the question?
What do you see as the biggest mistake that most entrepreneurs do when it comes to running their business finances?
Sure thing. I see the biggest mistake is not setting up the accounting processes when they first start up. They think of course, they're trying to grow their business, and they kind of just let this go by the side and think this is something they can take care of a year or two from now. But at the same time, again, the accounting process is important for decision making, and a lot of times business owners don't understand that the accounting process is relative. When they just start out, they may only have a few transactions going on, so it's not like they're going to be overwhelmed by setting up something like QuickBooks and making sure they're tracking even those 3 or 4 transactions. It's not going to take much time. And I think it's just an overwhelmment of thinking that, hey, I have a lot to do with the accounting. But in reality, once you understand how to use the accounting system, and it's not too much to learn, you get trained very well on it. You understand that it is relative to how you start, and you're not going to have much transactions. So once you understand how to classify this information and you get these financial reports for decision making, it's going to be so much more helpful to plan during the year and not, unfortunately, get stung at the end of the year when it comes tax time and not prepare accordingly, as well as not plan for the next year or two. It's so important to kind of know where you are now, because it's going to help you for where you're going to be in the future.
Okay. And with that, leading into the QuickBooks question, why is it that your firm uses QuickBooks, and why are you such a big pro on QuickBooks? Because there are plenty of other platforms that are out there. I know within our industry, there are other brands out there that kind of mainly cater to the wedding industry. But for my business, I definitely use QuickBooks, and it's been a very huge benefit for me. And even just talking with you the other day, seems like I need to brushing up on some skills. So why is it that your firm has chosen QuickBooks, and why you think QuickBooks is the best tool to run your business finances?
Sure thing. Good question. Well, we've seen different accounting softwares out there. There are a lot. I know about 3, 4, 5 at any given time. And one of the things about starting a business is your costs. So I think when you look at the accounting with QuickBooks, it's very cost effective. I think this is important. You do have to look at your cost. And then here we are talking about accounting. That's one of the things you look at. Make sure you're getting the best return on investment with what you're spending. So the cost is very cost effective. They have 3 or 4 different platforms, starting I think anywhere from $10 a month to about $30, $40 a month. And knowing this is important. And then the functionality and what it can provide to you. We have one of our clients. Actually, you might think that QuickBooks might be for new businesses or even small businesses. We have clients using it that make over $60 million a year.
Wow.
The reports you can get from QuickBooks are the same reports a publicly traded company uses for decision making. McDonald's, Google, Best Buy. These are companies that you could generate those reports, those same exact reports that are needed for them to make decisions, for the executive team to make decisions. QuickBooks provides those reports. And I've seen from some of these other softwares, they don't provide some of the reports. The 2 common reports is a balance sheet and a profit and loss. And I saw a lot of these softwares out there, they don't provide that balance sheet. And it's a very important report needed for decision making for a business owner. And you don't want to, and also you don't want to start working on a software and get used to it, and all of a sudden you notice it doesn't provide one of the main reports you need. It's unfortunate, because if that means that you need to change over to QuickBooks, you're already losing that potentially historic information, as well as that knowledge that you've already learned in another software.
Okay, wonderful. And at the conference, you're going to be speaking about QuickBooks. What are some of the key talking points that you're going to discuss there?
Sure. with what we're going to focus on is three parts right now. We might make some changes and add some stuff to add some new information, but right now we're going to focus on the basic functions. I think it's very important to understand that in accounting, it's a basic part of your business. So you need to know the basic functions, such as sending out invoices. We all want to get paid from our customers. So the quicker you can send out invoices and receive the money, the more you're going to be motivated to continue to run your business. So we're going to focus on sending out invoices. We're going to focus on how to record checks to vendors, because you need to pay your vendors for doing a service that you need to do to run your business. So we're going to kind of focus on some basic functions. We're also going to focus on the functionality of using QuickBooks and making the accounting process easier, because there's a lot of functionality in there that's going to save you a lot of time, such as automatic downloads of bank and credit card information, so therefore you don't have to manually key this yourself, such as how to get paid by clients through and send invoices directly through email versus having to send them by paper. These are items, and such as cutting checks and having the checks go right through your printer and get recorded right on the QuickBooks. So this is we're looking at time-saving functionality, which is going to be useful as you're growing your business. As you're getting busier, you're going to need these time-saving functions to help you maintain the accounting function properly, effectively, and efficiently. And then we're also going to focus on some higher level type review of the software, such as how to customize your reports, looking at where you can see where the reports that QuickBooks provides you. And there's probably about 30 to 40 reports QuickBooks can provide you. At the same time, though, you can customize reports. So we're going to talk about high level type reporting, where it's going to be useful. It's kind of like the end product, the last amount of information you need for decision making, as well as we're also going to talk about budgeting and forecasting, which I think is important for the future, of course.
Most definitely, most definitely. All of those sound great. I know that I am excited for it. And again, when we were talking the other week, I was just like, oh my God, I thought I knew everything about QuickBooks. But there is definitely a lot to learn. And what is it that you would want for people to walk away with from your talk at the conference?
Sure. Well, I want them to walk away with knowing that QuickBooks it's as much as it's an accounting software, it's very user friendly. So I want them to walk away with the knowledge of knowing that how important this software is going to be for them right now. If they're in business, obviously it's going to be important if they've been in business for years. It's also going to be important for an entrepreneur just thinking about starting their business and how it's going to be effective day one. So I want them to really understand that the functionality is there to make it the task easier for them, easier than if they don't use anything. So you don't want to be a client using a Microsoft Word document to send an invoice. So we're going to I want them to understand that, hey, implementing this QuickBooks software probably will save them more time than what they're doing manually right now. So why not take that plunge at using it from day one? And then if you're currently not using, or you're currently been in business for a multiple amount of years, then why not implement it now and understand how this is really going to help them with so many different things, the daily accounting needs, decision making, thinking about the future.
Okay. And I know I utilize your services. So would people be able to walk away from the conference and say, hey, Brian, I think I want to hire your firm? Would they be able to do that?
Sure. I think so. Some of our core services, I think, with your industry is helping somebody get trained on QuickBooks. And I think this is one of our best services, is really going, hey, we either understand you've been in business or you're about to start your business. Let us train you on how to use it, because if we can show you some of the basic functionality in QuickBooks, get you started, I think this is going to be a valuable service to someone so they can kind of go and use it and run with it. And then we're there no matter what. Like I said, as much as we have clients that we assist on a monthly basis, we also have clients that we're there for throughout the year to troubleshoot. And I think this is going to be good for someone who wants to really kind of still be part of the accounting function, still want to do it, but they just want them to look over them throughout the year and help them and guide them as they have issues.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, let me just check to see if anyone jumped on here to see if they have any questions to ask. Just one second.
Maybe we answered all their questions.
All right. Well, we have no questions at this time. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we have no questions at this time. Well, Brian, I am definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. You do have a wealth of knowledge, and the customer service at your firm is just very stellar. So anyone signed up for the conference, you're going to be in for a real treat. Listening to Brian, a lot of people raved about him last year on the reviews. So that is why I did bring him back again for this year. So we hope that you can join us at the Signature CEO Conference so that you can meet Brian, learn about how to manage your business with QuickBooks. The conference is October 31st and November 1st at the Samuel Riggs Alumni Center on the campus of University of Maryland. You can register for the conference by going to our website at www.thesignatureceo.com. Brian, are there any last words?
Tara, I'm just excited about going. I know you had I'm excited to go, of course, to be able to train, but I'm also excited to go because I know you have a lot of good sponsors. I remember last time we had a nice donut company that gave us some really nice donuts, and we had a lot of nice amenities to the conference. So I'm excited about trying those out. Unfortunately, I'm married already, so I'm not going to get married again. So I basically take this opportunity to get and try all these different things that I think would see at a wedding, which I look forward to.
Well, Brian, we definitely look forward to having you. Thank you for joining me today. And I want to say thank you for participating at the Signature CEO Conference for the second year in a row. And again, for all of you that want to come out and join us, again, October 31st and November 1st at the Samuel Riggs Alumni Center on the campus of University of Maryland, and register at www.thesignatureceo.com. Thank you, Brian, and thank you everyone for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.